Hey guys, so just quick video for Thursday. There isn't really much to report today, being very honest with you. So I've been looking at four pairs out of my watch list. So DXY, essentially, we are coming into this sort of good area right now where if we see some level of rejection here, we could see a push down and a flag. We see this midi double top, push down, flag, and we can go. So that's something that I think is quite an interesting trade in itself because it goes in line with the Euro USD forecast. So Euro USD, looking at this on a larger time frame, we have this sort of larger sort of picture here, but within that, there should be enough if we can come in here, reject, push, and have a flag, then we can call this as a flag to continue. And then if we get this sort of price action, then this could definitely be enough momentum to bring us up further. So I think that's a possibility. I think it's definitely a possibility to bring us back to these sort of areas. So I'll definitely keep an eye on Euro USD today. I won't be taking any entries, unfortunately, but just for monitoring and kind of engaging with it. If I was going to be taking entry, unfortunately, it would be all the way down here, so it's far, far away. However, this is a sort of trade that more than happy to evaluate. We could extend, push out, come back in, create flag. There's a few things that could happen, but Euro USD, DXY, that's basically the gameplay for it. USD CAD is the next one. USD CAD is quite nice as well. We have this sort of middle section here, which I like. It's probably not the cleanest of well, it is actually pretty clean, to be honest. It is a pretty clean structure. It's not finished though. Until we have that completion, I won't be looking at nothing, but I do like that we have this sort of head and shoulders feel, push away from this inflection point. I wouldn't really class it as a override. It is definitely a very key area, but it's just the value zone, so it's more so an inflection point. But I do like the fact that we're creating this structure. If we get this sort of scoop, that override 1, 2, 3, push up, push down, and a flag is what I'll be looking for, to be honest. Even though we have that structure there's no guarantee that this will go from there. It could just extend and push up further, get some sort of M-star feel. So, I'm also going to look for that push down and flag, but it's looking really nice, USD CAD. GJ, I think it's a little bit of a slow one. I think how I'm looking at it on the weekly is we've got an inflection point that we could tap into over here. As we're trickling, we're creating this sort of very corrective momentum, and there is some structure that I can probably make out where we have 1, 2, 3, middle section, 1, 2, and then pushing up, come back down. However, looking at it currently, this could be two things. This could be a flag to go to the upside, or this could be an inflection point where we tap into it, we push down and we sell off, and then we continue with some sort of selling momentum back to maybe even this low, this low. So keeping that in mind, but definitely if there is a sell from there, I won't be looking for that sell entirely. I think more so it's just one I wanted to keep on watch, because if we push up and then impulsively push down, and then we're over here somewhere and we create a flag, then that's where things get a little bit tricky for me. But if we push up, we push down, create a flag here, and then we start selling off, then that could be a completely different picture. And then I can scrap this off for a little bit and just look at what's relevant, because we might see something a little bit larger over here. But more so, I like this sort of very corrective leg here to this point here. So it does give me a strong feeling that we could scoop, tap into that and sell, but I think it's very probable that we can just continue to trickle and make our way to that third touch before we start selling. So that's basically it for GJ. I would like to see ending structure though, of course, but I will as well opt in for the push down and the flag breaking that phase line if there is. Euro AUD. Now this is the one that I really do like as well. So we're creating this sort of head and shoulders feel, but right now I think this sort of candle is kind of pulling that away. If this closes anywhere down here, then I think I'll just scrap off this whole forecast here, and I'll be more so not looking at the head and shoulders, but more so looking at, are we just going to basically create something a little bit in this sort of angle where we kind of correct back to that point and then we start selling off. There's a few different things I'll be looking at, because obviously it then gives me this sort of feeling that, are we creating something like this where we're going to get very messy, maybe scoop all the way back down before we go up, which could be good because then it could present us with a good buying opportunity. But however, the more this corrects, I'm becoming a little bit more neutral with this buy. Seeing the strong impulse up, it's correct, but the correction is now getting to the point where it's becoming a little bit as large as the impulse. So it's getting a little bit more neutral for me. But at the moment, just taking it as it comes, I think at the moment, just going to keep it very plain and simple and just wait this one out. You know, this is a sort of left shoulder. Wouldn't be uncommon for this to spike out, come back in, and then create structure. But at the moment, I think there isn't really a huge amount of me to really work with. So what I was forecasting was the left shoulder to just squeeze and create something here, but unfortunately we didn't get that. It's not really in the best areas as well for a head and shoulder, in my opinion. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do come down to that value area, tap into that, and then we start going. That's something I'll be a little bit more interested in now, is that sort of gameplay there. So yeah, that's basically it for what I've been looking at this week. Not really much to really report on, I'll be very honest with you. The markets have been a little bit, well, it's been really good. It's just not been profitable for myself in the sense that I've only made around about 5%. So definitely going to be staying a little bit more sharp and seeing what else I can do this week. So yeah, that's basically all I have on watch. But I posted out the Friday market breakdown as well. So yeah, have a good week. Take care. Bye bye.